नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। My name is J.V. Dr. Vishal Saxena. I am Associate Professor in Mathematics. Today I am going to take a lecture on the Big M method in linear programming problem module. This module is a part of the course Operation Research and in the program of BBA and BBA LLB 6th semester under the Faculty of Law and Governance. So first we will see what is Big M method. Big M method is like similar to the two-phase method when the artificial variables are used in the problem here, and just by the using the artificial variables, this Big M method can be used to solve the linear programming problem. So first see what is Big M method. So far we have seen the linear programming constraints with less than type. We come across problems with greater than and equal to type also. Each of these types must be converted as equations. In case of the greater than type, the constraints are rewritten with a negative surplus variable S1 and by adding artificial variables variable A. Artificial variables are simply used for finding the initial basic solutions and are thereafter eliminated. In case of an equal to constraints, just add the artificial variables to the constant. The coefficient of artificial variables A1, A2, A3 and so on are represented by a very high value minus n, and hence the method is known as Big M method. So now we take example here. With this example we can understand what is Big M method and how to apply this Big M method to solve the linear programming problems. So in this question here we are given that an objective function of maximum type. So maximize z is equal to x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 minus x4. This is objective function. Subject to the three constraints are given that x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 equal to 15. Second is 2x1 plus x2 plus 5x3 is equal to 20. And third is x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10. Now these equations can be solved here by the Big M method here. So we start to solve these equations. Solution: introducing the artificial variables x5 and x6 to get initial basis matrix. The problem becomes maximum z is equal to x1 minus 2x2 plus 3x3 minus x4 minus mx5 minus mx6. Here x5 and x6 are taken as the artificial variables, and in Big M method these variables are just the cost minus m and minus m are assigned to these variables, artificial variables x5 and x6. That's why in objective function we have written there minus mx5 and minus mx6. So subject to the constraints are x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 plus x5 is equal to 50, 2x1 plus x2 plus 5x3 plus x6 is equal to 20, and x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10. So in the third constant we are not required to add any artificial variables because a simple basis is made there using the artificial variables x5 and x6 in the first and second constant in the question here, and the non-negative condition is there xi greater than or equal to 0 from I is equal to 1 to 6. So taking initial basic feasible solution as x1 equal to 0 is equal to x2 equal to 0 and x3 equal to 0. So we get the initial basic feasible solution as x4 is equal to 10, next x5 is equal to x5 is equal to 15 and x6 is equal to 20. So this is starting basic feasible solution where m is very large positive number. Now we solve here by the simplex method. In the simplex method, how can we solve here? Initially CB is written there. CB means the cost of basic variables BB. Then XB means their solution, basic solutions. The variables we are using here y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6 written there. And just above that CJ means cost are given that 1, 2, 3, minus 1 and minus m are given there. So these are the cost in objective function. For x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 2, x3 equal to 3, x4 equal to minus 1 and x5 and x6 are taken as artificial variables, and that's why the cost are given that here minus m and minus m, and in this way we have made the table. Now next we will find out here Zj minus Cj. Zj minus Cj means Cj are the cost given above, and Zj can be calculated by Cb into Yj. Cb into Yj, by this here just we can calculate Zj and minus Cj. When we do it here, then we will get here it is coming minus 3m minus 2, minus 3m minus 4, minus 8m minus 4 and 0, 0 and 0. In this way we can see here which is the most negative value. The most negative value is corresponding to y3 variable, and so minus 8m minus 4 is the most negative value. So y3 is the incoming vector, and outgoing vector we can calculate in this way. So now we find the minimum ratio. The minimum ratio is given by xbr upon yrj. Xbr upon yrj means xbr means xb column, and yrj means here column of the incoming vector. So that is taken as the column of y3, and it means here 15 upon 3 which is 5, 20 upon 5 which is 4 and 10 upon 1 which is 10. So which is the minimum value here? The minimum value is 4, and it means the 5 is the key element, and when 5 is the key element, so corresponding to this here you can see x6 is the outgoing vector. So outgoing vector is x6 means here y6 is the outgoing vector, and that is the artificial variable. So next the next simplex table will be formed by the usual method, and when we solve here, now in this new table, simplex table, x5 is coming there, but x6 is replaced by here x3, because x3 is the incoming vector and x6 was the outgoing vector. So x3 is just come here in place of x6, and x4 as it is. So now we have made this new simplex table by the usual process, and again we will calculate here Zj minus Cj for this table. In the same way Zj minus Cj will be calculated here, and we are given that m minus 2 upon 5 minus 7m plus 16 upon 5 000. So which is most negative value? This the value minus 7m plus 16 upon 5 is most negative value, means y2 is the incoming vector, and again we will find the minimum ratio xbr upon yrj. That means here column of xb. Column of xb means 3, 4, 6, and yrj means column of incoming vector, which is here y2 column, which is 7 upon 5, 1 upon 5 and 9 upon 5. And in this way, when we divide here, like we will divide 3 upon 7 upon 5, 4 upon 1 upon 5 and 6 upon 9 by 5. So we will get here 15 upon 7, 20 and 10 by 3. So which is most negative value, which is minimum value here? The minimum value is here 15 upon 7. So 15 upon 7 is the minimum value, and it means it is corresponding to the vector x5. So x5 is now the outgoing vector, and while this x2 is the incoming vector. So in this way again we will make a new simplex table by the usual method, and in this new simplex table x5 is replaced by x2 in the basis. So x2 is there, then x3 is there, and then x4 is there. So new simplex method is table is given there, and zj minus cj again we will calculate here. So minus 6 upon 7 and 0, 0 and 0. Both artificial variables x5 and x6 are eliminated. They are just outgoing vectors, so they are not required to write. And in this way, since zj minus cj all are not positive, so that's why the question is not completed in this stage here. But which is most negative value of zj minus cj is minus 6 upon 7. So minus 6 upon 7 is corresponding to x1. So x1 is the incoming vector, and in the similar way, the minimum ratio xbr upon yrj is calculated, which is here 25 upon 3, and it is here simply 15 upon 6. So that is here 5 by 2, and in this way 5 by 2 is corresponding to their that is the value x4. So x4 is there, it means x4 is the outgoing vector while x1 is the incoming vector. So now we can see here in the next simplex table, the new simplex table can be made here by the usual process, and in this new simplex table simply we can see there x4 was the outgoing vector in the last table. So x4 is replaced by x1, which is the incoming vector. So x1 is given there, so x2, x3 and x1 are written there, and in the new simplex table you can see when we calculate zj minus cj, then zj minus cj will become here 0, 0, 0 and 1, and now we can observe there, since all zj minus cj are greater than or equal to 0, therefore this is optimal solution. So this table is giving now optimal solution, and optimal solution is given by x1 equal to 5 by 2, x2 equal to 5 by 2 and x3 equal to 5 by 2, and the value of z means maximum z objective function is given here 15. Z is given by cb into xb, the column of cb into xb, and it is coming there 15. So 15 is the answer for the objective function, and 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 are the values of x1, x2 and x3. So this here, with this the question is completed here. Now we we can we have solved the question by the big M method of the linear programming problem. So now we have this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope all you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. With this, I conclude my today's lecture. Thank you.